All right, today is a very special day, chat, because we're gonna make the first completely 100% accurate tier list on day number 1 for a Street Fighter season. Isn't that exciting? So we're gonna go through all of the system changes first, and then we're gonna go through all of the character changes as well. First I'm gonna put them in like how much they got buffed or nerfed. We got 5 different tiers of buffed and nerfed, and then after that we can make a completely accurate tier list because we're really smart. All right, we're gonna just do them in order of the patch notes. All right, the first big system change is the perfect parry change, which if you guys don't know, you have to hold like the correct direction of like standing or crouching to get the correct perfect parry. If you get the wrong one, you get that one right there, which basically gives you a little bit more than a regular parry in terms of drive gauge back, but it doesn't change any frame data. So you can't actually get like any kind of punish that you wouldn't normally get. It's like this crouch light punch is -1 normally. If you get the fake perfect parry, it's like the exact same frame data. It just doesn't change anything. But if you get the correct direction, like I get the standing one, then you get the freeze. And that's like the normal perfect parry from previous seasons. So basically this will just make it a lot harder for you to get perfect parry back thrown, which was like a big thing in reversing like offense in the past. You can still get it, but like there's basically a 50-50 between like the opponent can do a low or a high attack, and you gotta guess. The next big system change, if you tech a throw, the one defending gets an extra bar of drive gauge and I believe a little bit of super. So you get back a little bit more. And the reason they said they did this is because pretty much no one wanted to ever tech a throw. Like you either backdash or jump back. So this gives you a little bit more reason to tech a throw instead of like picking like a better defensive option, like a less risky one. Then universally they made counter hit and regular sweeps not hard knockdown, so you can back roll now. And they also made certain characters, when they do a button into driver's jab, their driver's jabs, if it didn't have much momentum before, it leaves them really close, so they're not able to walk back shimmy. So I know Ken got that for sure. I'm not sure who else did, but most characters couldn't walk back shimmy in the first place, so it's kind of just normalizing that across every character. And then one last thing, I'm pretty sure they did something to drive gauge when you're walking forward, because it seems like it's faster, but I don't really like in the notes it doesn't say anything like this. It just says like you get drive gauge recovery from frame 11 and later. I don't know if I'm going crazy or not, but I'm pretty sure they changed this. All right, so those are the biggest changes for the system. I think the biggest one is the perfect parry, and I think characters with bad defense, I think it hits especially hard that we're kind of reliant on getting that perfect parry into back throw. All right, we're gonna move on to Luke now, chat. The first character. All right, so Luke got more juggles with his light DP in the corner. And basically their reasoning for this is that like he gets more damage kind of mid-screen than in the corner because like he gets these juggles. So they wanted to kind of allow him to get more combos in the corner. So I know he can do, I think, this into DP now. Yeah, I don't know if you can do medium, but I know you can definitely do light. Then after this stand medium punch target combo, they want you to use it more. You get a meaty stand heavy kick. It's +1. So they want you to be using this more. And you can go into this. They also randomly made his EX overhead safe. So it used to be -6, I'm pretty sure, or 5. Now it's -3. So they might just try and random you out with this, because it does get some nice combos. After this, you can do level 2 or DP. So they might try and do this because it's safe now. Oh, did they increase the drive gauge for this medium punch target combo? I don't know how much it was before. I think that's like a pretty good, like decent buff, but it's not like crazy. All right, then they made it so that you can DI this back now, I think. Okay, but in season 1 people used to DI it in case it dropped, but then you weren't able to DI back. I guess it's only for this one. All right, then they allowed you to delay this EX fireball cancel a little bit, so I think it's so you can confirm if it worked against like a fireball. Like you have a bit more time to see that it hit a fireball, I think. I don't know if you can actually confirm it. Maybe. I don't think so. All right, chat. So did Luke get buffed, nerfed, or stay the same? I think it's between buffed or stay the same, because he got like slightly buffed, but not really like meaningfully. But we can put him in buff for now, because he did get buffed. It's not like he didn't get buffed. I think that stand medium punch target combo and the new corner combos are pretty nice. All right, I think Jamie is clearly one of the most buffed characters. Spoiler alert. So he can do Rekkas into supers now, which is kind of nice. I think this one's not too big. The EX one can go into level 2. You can do crouch jab after. At least. I'm not sure what else you can get. So that's kind of nice. His DP is like slightly more active. It'll still lose to some dive kicks, but I think it has a better chance of working now than it did before. And when you hit it late, like you still get like the big combo. So it's not like completely like working against this, but it'll work a lot more of the time. Especially if like you don't do the DP too early. They made breakdance 1 frame faster, the heavy version. So you can do stand heavy kick into breakdance, heavy breakdance now. So I think that's a huge buff. Because before you could only do like crouch heavy punch into it, but this has way more range. They made stand medium punch +6, so you can go into crouch medium punch now instead of just the target combo that you could before. And they made crouching heavy punch 8 frames instead of 9. So that means on counter hit you can get this instead of before you would just do like this. So it's a lot more damage that he gets. Oh yeah, also command grab goes into it. Let me see. The regular command grab. So I don't really, what's the point of doing EX command grab now if regular command grab goes into crouch fierce? I don't get it. I think maybe because you can go directly into super, but they added so much scaling to that, so I don't know. And then also universally, pretty much any like really annoying button has been adjusted to be more whiff punishable. I probably should have put that in the system changes, but so like Jamie's crouch medium punch and pretty much everyone else's crouch medium punch that wasn't nerfed already like last season got more whiff punishable. And then they also made target combo +1 more on hit, but I don't actually know what that does. Target combo into heavy Rekka? Oh, is that what? Okay, that's interesting. I feel like that's not too important. So Jamie, buffed or super buffed? He's definitely more buffed than Luke, but is he super buffed? Super buff compared to rest? Slightly super kind of buff. Alright, we'll put him up here. Alright, so another button they made more whiff punishable is Manon stand medium punch, which was very annoying to try and whiff punish. So they gave it a bit more recovery, I think. Yeah, so on block, it's -2 now instead of -1. And the reason that this is big is that in Burnout, she used to just loop this, right? But now she can't. Because if you press a jab, and this is 7 frames, now the jab will interrupt her. So they just completely took out Scar's whole strategy, which I think is kind of messed up. They also made crouching medium punch more whiff punishable. And then they had some weird combo changes. So on punish counter, this knocks down, and this like juggles them. So instead of pulling them in where you get a command grab, you just get a whole combo. So you can do like this, or you can do that into super. I feel like that doesn't happen that much where you would get either of these on punish counter, so I don't think it's that big. And then light DP like stays grounded now, so you can combo into super. So now I don't understand what the point of having the heavy DP. They said they did that so that all the DPs would have like different uses. Maybe the heavy one's just used for like the juggles now, because you can do like this with the heavy one. But normally you would do like 1 hit of the heavy into level 3 because the first hit is grounded. But now since the light one just leaves you grounded the whole time, you would do this. Manon, I think she's the same. She got like a little bit buffed and a little bit nerfed, but both of them are kind of like not useful too much. I almost crashing out, really? They removed her infinite, bro? I mean, it's not like that important of a thing to have, is it? Like, is that actually that big? You guys think nerfs? I feel like she's the same. I'm gonna keep her the same. Like, I think the biggest thing is that her buttons are more whiff punishable, but they did that to literally everyone. So I don't think that counts as a nerf. All right, Kimberly. So her crouch medium punch is more whiff punishable like the other characters. They said they made her DP hitbox hit higher. So maybe it's better as an anti-air. Well, that actually seems really good. All right, and then the bigger thing is that her double bombs can change the timing. Oh, and it's blue now. What the heck? So this is the regular one, and this is the new one. Like, they hit at different timings, so it just gives her a lot more pressure options, because before you could just tech the first throw and it's like, or you could block something and then if she got a throw she wouldn't get a combo, I'm pretty sure, but now it actually combos into the second bomb since it's a lot later. So you get like a bit more damage too. And I also saw people doing like block strings. Like something like this. Where they just like obliterated drive gauge. Let me see if I can get a real one. Yeah, so he started with like 4 drive gauge. And it basically takes like 3 drive gauge. Oh, they also made it so that this target combo is more useful now because people pretty much didn't use it. They would only do like the other one. Like they would do this one for combos. And then they would do the other one to side switch, but they wouldn't do the other one. So this one, now you can put 2 bombs down. Or I guess 1 bomb. And it says you're +5, so that's really good. All right, so Kimberly, buffed or super buffed, chat? Because clearly she got buffed. Definitely more buffed than Luke. I think not as buffed as Jamie. Yeah, also universally, there's scaling on like drive rush, crouch, medium kick that went into a combo. So like this from Zangief, Marisa, Manon. But that's a universal thing, so I don't think it really counts as a nerf. All right, Marisa, some of the changes I don't understand, so hopefully someone can help me. They made her medium anti-air a bit better, so maybe she can anti-air more consistently. I'm not too sure. Charge, crouch, fierce. It combos to, it can cancel a super now, so she gets more damage. I think I saw you do this into crouch, fierce. And you get the charge level 1. So that's kind of a lot of damage for a level 1 in my opinion. I don't know about you guys. I think her biggest change is that her level 1 beats throws now. So previously her biggest problem was her defense is just trash because her like backdash doesn't beat throws because it's a slow backdash, and she doesn't have a level 1 that beats throws, so she has to do like drive reversal or level 2. But now she can do level 1, it'll counter a throw or a button. So I think this is a huge defensive buff to Marisa, which I think makes her a lot better. They made her level 2, you can steer it now. So I can't really tell the difference. So this is full screen. Oh, it goes full screen now. And then, wait, bro, I can't even tell the difference. How do you steer it? I feel like it barely moves it. So previously on punish counter, she was just +7, but now it's +8, so you can do this as a drive reversal punish. So that's actually a huge buff to being able to punish drive reversals. Yeah, I think they made her drive rush slightly better, so you can do target combo into it. And this is +7 instead of +6, so you can do medium target combo. And also this stand heavy punch target combo, you get way better Oki. I think pretty much you had to commit to the drive rush heavy punch before if they back rolled, but now you can like actually go for a grab before the heavy punch. Safe jump if they're in the corner. Oh, what the heck? That is extremely random. Oh, that's pretty nice. All right, Marisa, I think she's super buffed. I don't know about you guys, but I think just the defensive level 1 is extremely big for her. I guess the perfect parry change kind of hurts her a bit more because her defense was bad, but having the level 1 now makes her a lot better. And then she also randomly just got more damage. Better combos off the jabs, and like you actually get a good drive reversal punish now. I think is really big. Yeah, I guess in general, drive rush offense is buffed because the mix between high and low you have to guess. I actually didn't think about that. Because before, a lot of the times you would do drive rush Oki and like they just press parry, so you're pretty scared of parry. But I guess you don't have to be really scared of parry anymore. You just press a button or you do the drive rush low. So I guess that makes sense why they buffed all the drive rush lows so that you actually get a mix up. All right, so Lily's anti-air got nerfed a little bit. I think it probably would have anti-air like here before. Where it like hits behind her, but now it's only like amazing instead of god tier anti-air. They made her buttons more whiff punishable as well, so her back heavy punch is more whiff punishable. I'm pretty sure. I want to actually see this one. Yeah, I think this definitely would not have worked. All right, but they buffed her forward heavy punch. They made it faster, so maybe Lily players will be incentivized to use this button a little more, because pretty much they just don't want Lily only to be using crouch heavy punch and trying to use a few other buttons. And I think her biggest buff is probably meterless. She can do medium DP like all the time, at least from point blank, even on crouching. Because pretty much I would always see Lily players doing this, which is like horrible. Like you have to spend 2 bars to get like a knockdown. It's like a decent combo, but like this is really a big change for her, I think. And then they also made her dash go farther, which I'm guessing is just for Oki. I think maybe for like something like this. I don't know if you could actually double dash before and get like right next to them. Maybe you could. And then they also made the stand medium or jump medium punch cancelable in the air. So you can do something like this instead of only like you would see Lily players like doing this. So that's like a little nice small buff for her. Yeah, I think Lily got buffed. Not super buffed, but I think like the jab combo is pretty good. Yeah, I think her other nerfs aren't like too bad, but I think overall she got buffed. All right, JP, I think his only meaningful nerf is that his ghosts got scaling, like his overhead and low ghosts. So before like mix up like this, they would do so much damage. But now it's not gonna do that much damage, but it's still gonna hurt. But I'm pretty sure all of his other changes didn't really do much. He got this as scaling, but everyone got that. Like they didn't change like any of the actual broken stuff. Like his drive gauge damage is still crazy. It didn't get nerfed at all. Yeah, so I think JP is pretty much the same because I feel like his nerfs are pretty meaningless and he's broken, so like he's pretty much the same. All right, Juri, they made her crouch medium punch and stand heavy punch more whiff punishable, which is pretty much in line with everyone else. They made jump heavy punch used to be at worst +5, now it's at worst +1, which I think isn't a huge deal. It's obviously a lot worse because like she used to be able to just get stand medium punch guaranteed. But like +1 she can still get her stand medium kick trade combo, so I think that's like not the worst for her. And they also made it so that back heavy kick on counter hit you can get heavy store or medium fuha. So pretty much if you're just like trying to frame trap and you notice you get a counter hit, you can do that for a little bit more damage, which is like a tiny buff, but I feel like not too meaningful. But I'm pretty sure that's all that changed with her. I don't really understand anything else. They also said they made this harder to or easier to anti-air. I want to see how that actually works. Oh. Okay, maybe that got nerfed a lot. Yeah, it's a lot easier to anti-air. I guess it's probably only good on cross-ups now. But then why would you even use it on cross-up? I don't really get it. Yeah, maybe that button's useless. Alright, I was gonna put her insane, but low-key that's a nerf. I didn't think it'd be that easy to anti-air. Alright, DJ, they made his heavy DP 5 frames, which is very weird. I don't know why medium DP is 6 frames and heavy is 5 frames. But it used to be like some safe jumps, like 41 frame safe jumps, like would work on him, but now they won't because of this, I guess. And supposedly like he can anti-air a bit better with it now. All right, yeah, I actually don't really understand the DJ changes. Does anyone know like what's the most important? So this anti-air is 5 frames now. All right, I'm just gonna say he got buffed, man. I don't know what's going on with DJ. Like clearly he has some more combos. I don't know if they're actually good, and his anti-air is slightly better. All right, Cammy, the main nerf I think is this target combo. If you do medium drill, they made it like +2 less. So this is 0, so you can't really do this anymore. So I think pretty much they just want you to do drill. I don't really know. Instead of doing this, because light drill doesn't even work anymore. Yeah, but I did see she got a new combo off of spin knuckle. Like, that's what this. So that's kind of cool. I don't think this target combo change is actually that important. You just kind of don't do it anymore. You just do drill instead. So it's just like a damage nerf if anything. Now I think these spin knuckle combos might actually be decent. All right, but I think Cammy is pretty much the same. I think she got like some damage nerfs from her target combo not working, but I think she got some new combos. So she's probably like around the same. Okay, we're on Ryu now. All right, chat. It's time for Ryu. So Ryu didn't actually get too many changes. When I heard people talking about him on Twitter, I thought he got like a huge amount of changes. But I think the main ones are to his Denjin level 1 and level 2. Or I guess level 2 in general. So Crouch Me and Punch is more whiff punishable like everyone else. But Denjin level 1, they just made insane. The patch notes say double the speed. And I saw someone, you can even do EX Tatsu into level 1, even though it's not really good. It just looks really cool. But I don't think this one's actually as insane as the level 2 actually. I think the level 2 is the actual big change. Because the way level 2 works is they made each tick of it 2 frames faster, so you don't have to charge as long. So before you could only do like crouch heavy punch into charge level 2, but now you can do like I think crouch medium punch and stand heavy punch, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, crouch medium punch is just hard I guess, but stand heavy punch going into it, and then the Denjin one you get the full crumple. Like if you don't get the charge, you don't get the crumple, so you need the charge. So having this and being able to get it like a lot more just gives you way more combos. But I think the big one is the crouch medium punch one and the stand heavy punch one. Okay, got it. Then they made this plus 14. I don't know what this does. Hiyotoki, I guess. Like you can drive rush in, I guess. But yeah, I think the biggest change is to the level 2. Combine that with Denjin especially. And then I think the level 1 is also really nice. Alright, so chat, do you think Ryu actually got super buffed or just buffed? Like, is this level 2 change like actually super buffed or it's just regular buffed? You think mega buffed? Alright, they made E Honda stand medium punch more whiff punishable, so they can't just spam this in neutral anymore. Maybe I won't lose to that at combo breaker next year. They made headbutt take less drive gauge, so it used to take a full bar, right? But now it only takes a little less than a bar. The reason they said it is because of the parry change, but I feel like that doesn't really make sense. If you're gonna parry the headbutt, like you're gonna parry it standing. You're not gonna be like, oh, is he gonna do a crouching headbutt or a standing headbutt? Like, you're just gonna parry it standing, no? But I guess that's a solid nerf. It was taking too much. And then he got some nice combo buffs. So his EX, this thing actually has like some uses now. And I think they made his clap juggle a bit more. So basically, like before, you pretty much had no reason to do the EX one, I feel like, but now it combos from the EX from like mid-screen even. And after the EX one, so the regular one, like you can't do that, right? But the EX one, you can do this and then get a juggle. Yeah, so you get some nice combos now. Yeah, I like this juggle. It looks really cool. Alright, so Honda I think goes in regular buffed. I feel like those combos are kind of nice. And like the headbutt taking less drive gauge, like you should have been parrying that anyways. So I feel like that's not really a big deal. Alright, Blanka, I think the only big change was EX command grab combos now. So you can, off of a punish counter, a heavy punch it combos. And also off of juggles. So the one that I found yesterday, you can do like this. But I think I saw like after Rainbow Ball you can do it or something. Okay. That's pretty cool. So I guess like if you can find combos into it, like the OK setup is really good because you could like set up a bomb. You're plus 14 still. So if you can like combo into it in the corner especially, I guess you could set up. And also, I remember like Problem X used to always do this setup where he did like this into across a ball off of the EX command grab. I don't know if that's really that big of a change though. So I'm gonna put Blanka in same because I feel like that change doesn't really do too much. It's just kind of cool. Wait, hold on. How come Juri is the only character that got nerfed so far? This isn't good, chat. That's not good for us. Alright, Guile, the big nerf is that his bazooka knee doesn't side switch anymore. So they used to always do stuff like this and do this and get to the other side. Or you would do a sweep. So now he can't side switch as easily, so I think that's a huge nerf. They added scaling to stand heavy kick, but they made it 1 frame more plus, so it's you can combo into jab without any counter hit or anything. Not counter hit. I guess you could do that. I think this always worked, which is why, because this is 7 frames for some reason. I don't really understand that one. Why does heavy punch 7 frames? Wait, chat, can someone explain that? They gave him a decent buff that projectiles leave the screen faster, so if you jump over them, you can do another one a lot sooner. I don't know how significant it is though. Okay, so it has to like completely leave the screen still. But like here you can still do it. Before like it had to wait like a little bit longer than that. So they'll be able to do booms a lot more. And then they also gave him more combos off of this, I'm pretty sure. I don't really know what changed or like what more combos you can get, but I'm guessing this is like what you punish with now instead of stand heavy kick since they're scaling. All right, but I think overall Guile got nerfed, probably more than Juri did. I think that side switch is definitely pretty big, but I wouldn't call it super nerfed. All right, Ken, they finally nerfed Jinrai. It does a lot less drive gauge damage than before, and also the biggest change to it, or I guess there's a lot of big changes to it. If it counter hits, you just get straight knocked down and you can't even combo into anything after. So now, like before, you were super scared to challenge Jinrai ever because you would like take a full combo with a leg kick, but now you don't have to be too scared because you're only taking like a little bit of damage. So like now it's like actually a mix-up that people will like try and like punish or not punish or perfect parry the light, because pretty much everyone just never challenged it, I feel like, because it's just too risky. They made his level 3 easier to punish. Before it was like really hard to DI, so I'm guessing like you can actually DI it now. Yeah, before I would pretty much never go for DI or drive rush but now you actually can get like an actual good punish on it. Then they nerfed his throw loop to leave him farther, so he doesn't get his meaty heavy punch into light kick anymore, I'm pretty sure, is what I heard. It's too far. He still does have a throw loop, but it will lose to backdash now. I think that one wouldn't actually have thrown him. But you have to walk up pretty far and then it loses to backdash. If you don't walk up far enough. But it does still actually work as a throw loop. It's just hard to time and it'll lose to backdash now, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure before there was like a 1 or 2 frame window where it would be like, it would be safe to backdash. So pretty decent nerf to his throw loop, but he still does have one. And then for some reason they made his level 2 -5. Can't say I understand that one, but I guess so. Like there's no point of that. You can just jab that. I mean, I don't think you can because they increase the pushback too. If Ken's light kick's not gonna punish it, I don't think anyone's is. Except maybe Manon. Alright, but Ken is definitely more nerfed than Juri and Guile. So I guess we put him super nerfed. Alright, Chun-Li's sweep is now actually a sweep instead of like a useless move. Before it had less range than her crouching medium kick, but it was safe, so but like it had less range than crouching medium kick, so there's no reason to use it. But now it actually has more range than her crouching medium kick, which I think makes sense, but is punishable. They also made light legs 5 frames, which I think is supposed to punish a little bit better some things. So this is -5. So at this range, like light kick doesn't reach, but you can punish with legs, but it doesn't work from like too far. So it's, I feel like kind of risky, but you can go do that into super. So it's like kind of nice, but like it's really scary to go for, I feel like. They made the medium one 12 frames. I'm not really sure what that does. Probably for some combos. And then EX is 8 frames and it crumples them. So you get a big combo. So on moves that are -8, or I guess maybe just in general, you can punish stuff with this. And then you can like get your full dry rush combo. She also got a nice buff on her EX air legs. It can combo into supers now. So in the corner, you can do any super, I'm pretty sure. I think mid screen you can only do level 2. But you can do like this. I saw Moge doing. So that's pretty cool. I think they slightly buffed her anti-air, but I don't know if it's like that much better still. Like I don't know if it's completely still working, because I know it still loses to Juri's dive kick, but I think maybe at least it won't whiff on normal jump ins. Like sometimes this would just whiff on a normal jump in, but I think it also does hit dive kick sometimes. You just gotta time it better and it'll work. Like if you do it at the latest possible moment, I think it, like probably like Jamie, I think both of them would probably work if you just time it for the latest possible moment. But if you do it too early, you'll get hit. They made her fireball like a lot better visually. Like before, it would be really hard to tell when the fireball disappeared and you would just accidentally parry it. But now you can see it just like disappears immediately, which I think is a really good change. All right, and then they made her overhead +2, which means drive rush overhead is +6, which doesn't matter up close because she always got this, which is 5 frames. But if you hit the overhead a little bit farther, before you had to do like light kick instead, but now you can do crouch medium punch and actually get like a good combo still. All right, so Chun-Li I think got some solid buffs. It's not crazy, but I feel like there's some nice buffs in there with some damage. All right, Zangief, they buffed the EX SPD range. It's somewhere, but I think before it was the same range as medium, And I was testing it yesterday. I think it has slightly more range than medium, but slightly less range than light now. So it's just like a little bit of range increase. They nerfed the Oki on this down forward throw. I think before you were able to like dash and do forward heavy punch, and it was a frame trap. Like this is only +6 now. I think it was like +11 before, I guess. And you could do like this. So now you just got a drive rush, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So he still gets good Ogi, but just got a drive rush. They said they added a hitbox to Lariat for combos. I don't really know what it does though. Maybe it makes it easier to get jabbed into Lariat, but I don't really know. It's extended, so it goes forward a little bit, maybe. Yeah. It still doesn't work from like far, but it's just a little bit closer now. But I think that's pretty much all the changes that are impactful. They said they made this go farther forward. Also do stand leg kick into Lariat. Oh, did this not work before? His hurt box got bigger? I feel like it can't be that big if it doesn't change that combo. Alright, so Zangief, I feel like didn't change pretty much. Pause chat? I feel like he's the same. Alright, so I think Dhalsim got some pretty nice buffs. So first, float is faster, like the manual one, instead of just like the one where you jump into it. So I don't know if this is too important for neutral, but I know it is good for some combos, and it says floating forward is faster. So like just having better movement I think is very good for Dhalsim. They also changed his heavy blast to get more combos. So you pretty much just get level 1. I don't know if you get anything else, but I think you, like mid screen you can get level 1 off of it. In the corner you can get light blast. So you could do this. I don't know if there's anything else actually good. You can do this too. And then with the float combo, I know you can do this. So that's a good like to punish DPs and supers and stuff. Okay, I wanted to test that. So they said they adjusted his hurt box on the jump, the float heavy punch. Yeah, I don't understand. Would DP just whiff here before? I guess. I feel like that's not that big of a deal. And then he also can anti-air better with his blast. Not the heavy one because it takes so long. Or maybe it does still work. But the other ones just have better anti-air properties, I guess. Alright, so they reduced the hurt box, and the EX one, it says it has like anti-air properties. So it's just easier to anti-air with these, I guess. So I think that's a nice buff to him too. Alright, so chat. Dhalsim buffed or super buffed? Because isn't that combo like pretty crazy? The heavy blast into level 1. I feel like that combo is really good though, no? Alright, Rashid's forward throw got nerfed. I think it's the big one, but I don't think it's as big as Ken's. Because I'm pretty sure you can still get a safe throw. His throw is safe to backdash if he times it right. And it beats my jab. And if I don't press anything, I still get grabbed. So he still has like the potential to do like a throw that beats backdash. Yeah, the main thing I think isn't like the throw loop part of it. It's the fact that like he could get like special things. Like he could do like this or this one, and it would like hit meaty. And then he could also do like this one, and he could do like overhead. Now he just gets like a normal throw loop like everyone else, which I think is a decent nerf, but like he still got a throw loop, man. And then they gave him a nice buff too, I think. So this is faster, so it allows him to get this combo. And also like he can just set up level 2 really easily now off of this. They also said medium mixer is a better anti-air, but I tried it for a bit and it doesn't seem to be that good as an anti-air still, so I don't know if that's like an actual thing. Yeah, like situationally, like to activate level 2, like being farther is actually better. Because sometimes Rashid wants to be farther. I mean, it said for medium, like the regular mixer too. It said the hitbox move forward. All right, so Rashid, do we think nerfed or same? Yeah, I'm thinking same. Cause like why they have to give him a buff too? It's Aki time. So they made her medium whip faster. Yeah, so I guess maybe on jump back this works too. But I think the main one is it works off of jabs. I think it didn't work off of jabs before. But I guess for anti-airs maybe it's good. All right, so off of back throw, she used to be able to like get really close to you, but now she's only +1. So that's a nerf to her back throw. They made it so that if you whiff punish with stand heavy kick, you're able to like more consistently get the stabby stabs. So they move forward more. But didn't she get like infinite reps before? Either way, like her burnout pressure is still really good. But I think for like most Aki players, it's probably worse. I think you probably have to like manually delay it a bit. But basically the change is that there's more pushback on this so that this jab whiffs. I don't know if it whiffed before. But if you just delay it at one point, you're just back to normal. So it's still gonna be crazy. It looks the exact same. I just always thought she got infinite of this. I didn't know it pushed her back before. All right, Aki, I think it's pretty much the same. I don't think her buffs or nerfs were that crazy. All right, let's go over Ed's buffs first. Very significant buffs. He can cancel the non-charge flicker into kill rush. It's not a thing. It's only on a hit. Wait, hold on. Isn't that kind of nice? That's pretty cool, no? Okay, look, Ed buffs. Isn't that crazy? All right, so his first big nerf is that if they perfect parry your flicker, it's not like a projectile anymore. You actually get the freeze. So now when you perfect parry, you actually can get like a good punish. His next is after forward throw, he doesn't get a throw loop anymore. Like you're only +5 and then you have to walk forward like a decent amount to actually get the throw. And then because like he just lost time on his forward throw, he doesn't get this meaty where he can DI back anymore. But I think people are still gonna do it just because he doesn't have that mix up anymore, because you can still mix up. You can like do that to bait. Or you can do like fireball. But the fact that you can like perfect parry it too and get the perfect parry and get like a good punish without like OSing something crazy is good. But this will still be forward jump. So like the opponent still has to like commit to DI. So I think huge nerf to his corner pressure, and then also being able to perfect parry this. Some big changes, but I guess he got some new combos at least to make up for it, so that's nice of him. So I think we're gonna put Ed in super nerfed. I feel like losing a throw loop is pretty big. I think maybe Akuma's biggest change is the forward heavy punch. So its crouch medium punch is more whiff punchable like everyone else's. Forward heavy punch, it had a lot less pushback. Before it was like really obnoxious to deal with, like especially in the corner. They would do this and they would just still be mad far from you. This has less pushback too. So I think you weren't in grab range before, I'm pretty sure, and now like the opponent can just grab mix up you. They added scaling on this. Just like 10% more scaling from 20 to 30. They took out his safe jump off of Tatsu into sweep. Before it was +42. Now it's +37. But they buffed him because you can do EX demon flip into level 1. So I saw someone do this. So that's a cool combo. So I think Akuma is nerfed, but not super nerfed. It's definitely not as much as Ken and Ed. Alright, and Bison, they made the Oki on light and medium bomb a lot worse. So you can't really, light or medium bomb, you can't really like pressure after. But I feel like most people try and go into heavy bomb anyways, because like the Oki was better. So I don't think it's that crazy of a nerf. There's better Oki on EX bomb too. I think if you dash, you're +5, but not in throw range. They made stand light punch into Psycho Crusher combo. I'm pretty sure it's a change. I don't think this combo's before. And basically they made you get better Oki on both light and medium Psycho Crusher. So you're +5 after dash on both of them. So you can get your throw. So that's basically like, do you want to off of jabs do like the bad bomb where you don't get like Oki, or you can just get your Oki? But I think people are just gonna get the bomb anyways. I feel like the bomb is so good. And then because of the stand light punch change, you can do this to combo, which I guess is a bit of a buff. But like that has so much scaling that the combo's not even that good anymore, I feel like. And they made stand medium kick more with punishable. So pretty much Bison didn't change, I think. Alright, Terry, they made his Tara combos 1 frame more hit confirmable. I think this was hit confirmable before though, so I don't think it's really that big of a deal. I think they added damage to it too, so they just want you to use it more. They made Power Wave hit low for some reason now. I guess it's just easier to perfect parry crouching, but I don't really understand why it's hitting low. That's kind of random. They gave more cancelable frames on heavy burn knuckle, but not too much. Like you can't go into super from here, but like from here you can. I don't think this would have worked before. So I think it's just mainly easier to chip people. Because before you would try to do burn knuckle into super from here and you just couldn't do super. For some reason, they made EX burn knuckle hit like higher. So it can just randomly anti-air. So I don't really know what that's about. And then I think they gave you more combos off of heavy crack shoot, although I'm not sure what specifically. But I know you can do like 2 Buster Wolves. So you definitely get more combos, but I'm just not sure what. Link's now to level 2. And did this work before? Oh, so this didn't work before? I think these Terry buffs are kind of small, but he did get buffed. I'll put him in buff. Alright, then we just got one more character chat. Where do you guys think Maya's gonna go? Same? Alright, so first, her heavy punch takes not as much drive gauge. It's like, I think 2,000 instead of 3,000. So basically, this thing that she used to do before is very nerfed. Especially because they can parry, and parrying it builds back double the drive gauge as it did before. Because before parrying only, like you have to parry both of them to get the full parry effect. But now you get like double the amount you did before. So doing this isn't going to be like too good with Mai, except if you're trying to like go through a fireball. It's not really that good to burn their drive gauge anymore. Then I think her second biggest nerf is stand heavy kick, because the pushback, it used to be like crazy and now it's like not that much. Like against a character with a good crouch medium kick, you pretty much have to be like super max range to space it out. Like see, it's even hitting from there, but you have to be like max range in order to get it. They took out the proximity guard from fans, so you can just walk out of it now. I don't know how big this one is. Yeah, I think because you can like just walk back a little slight bit, like it's a lot easier to avoid a throw. Like it makes it a lot harder for the... Yeah, I don't know, I think this is big. I feel like this is big. Yeah, I think this is pretty big too. But I feel like everyone's general perception of Mai is so like weird. Like her drive gauge and stand heavy kick were the most broken things about her. And people only talk about her fan. All right, and then the last change, if her level 1 is blocked, she doesn't get the stocks. She only gets level 1 stocks at the end of her recovery. So actually, if she doesn't get punished, does she still get them? So if you don't punish her for some reason, she'll still get them. But if you punish them, then she won't get them. This is pretty big. See, like you guys aren't understanding. The big changes are the stand heavy kick and the drive gauge on her heavy punch. The level 1 change isn't that big. So Mai is super nerfed. All right, does this all look good, chat? All right, so Ryu I think was already like really good, and then he got some really good buffs, so he's an S tier. Luke I think was probably around here, and he didn't really get anything that big. I'm gonna keep him here. Chun-Li I think was also around here and didn't get anything crazy. Jamie was maybe like here, and he got some good buffs. I'm gonna put Jamie here. Guile, maybe we put him in A after losing his side switch. Kimberly I think is A too. I think she was already pretty good, and now she's got more mix-ups. Juri, I think like her nerf isn't that bad, and she was probably around here. Dhalsim, his buff is pretty good. He's got some good damage on that combo now. E Honda, I think he got a nice new combo too. Ken, he was S tier before, and then he got super nerfed. Blanka, I think I would put him A. I feel like he was still pretty good. Marisa, I think instead of being like down here, can be up here too, because she has a wake up now. JP is broken. Cammy I think is pretty much the same. Lee's maybe here. Zangief. Rashid, is he still up there? The thing is, I think Rashid was like on the lower end of top 5 before. A.K.I, Ed, Akuma, Bison, Mai, Terry. Okay, we should put one more person up there. No? So we have a top 5. Guile or Zangief? No, but Guile actually got nerfed though, and Zangief didn't really get nerfed. Alright, we just put Zangief or Guile and Zangief. It doesn't have to be 5, right? Wait, why is Jamie so low? Jamie should be up here, no? Feels like not enough tiers, but then it's like kind of hard because then I gotta separate them more. Okay, I feel like Dhalsim's pretty good too though. All right, I'll make one more tier. Wait, should I make one more tier? Bro, it's not ordered yet. Okay, is everyone in the right tier? All right, I think we'll just settle on this. Okay, and then JP is number 1. M Bison is number 2. Ryu is number 3. Rashid is number 4. Zangief is 5th. Oh, this is kind of hard now. A.K.I, that is too hard, man. I don't know why I even made a tier list. I should just stuck with this. I'm moving Dhalsim up. He has to be decent, right? All right, this is pretty good, no? There you have it, chat. Completely accurate day 1 tier list after having played 0 matches. But I feel like we're really smart, so just by reading the patch notes, I think we can understand everything.